Alright, I am pretty excited about what I did today. I set coyote snare traps for the first time. I've been hunting coyotes for a while. I haven't gotten one yet. I've called them in. I've shot one during deer season once, but I haven't actually gotten one yet. So I set some snare traps today. Coyotes like to travel on easy to travel routes. There's some truck roads and quad trails behind my parents' house, so that's where I have the snare trap set. So the video shows before it's set, it shows if I added brush, and then it shows after it's set. It's going to be at least a two-part video, so please enjoy this one and be sure to check out the other ones, which are going to show the results of the trapping. Alright, here we have a field with a road you can see in the middle there where we drive our trucks. Just an open field, and then it gets a little bit brushy here because the neighbor doesn't cut hay back this far, so you can see it kind of narrows down a little bit because of this taller grass that doesn't ever get cut. And I'm trying to trap coyotes and with a snare, and that's just too wide for that. So you'll see what I did here as we go back. So to pinch it off, I just cut off a tree branch so that if a coyote's walking up here, he's coming up, he sees that branch, kind of looks over by that tire, kind of looks like you can get through, but there's some branches there, and I'll add some more, but a little bit of an opening over here. And this is my first snare, and my guess with my experience hunting coyotes is there's no way they're gonna go into this, but follow the directions. 10 to 12 inch loop, 10 to 12 inches off the ground. So we'll see what happens. There's kind of a game trail over here that I blocked off with sticks. There's one right here, but I blocked it off with these sticks here. Try to make them look natural. I'll add some more over by that tire, and we'll see what happens. Okay, I'm about to set my second snare trap for coyotes that I've ever set. And during deer season, my dad's friend said that he saw a tree that was down across this quad trail. And that's what I'm going to show you now. So this is the quad path going that way. And then it goes out this way. And that darker, this right here, that is a deer trail that continues. You can kind of see that dark line there, continues straight into the woods. I did see one deer on that this year while hunting. You got an open area here. Quad path goes that way, which we don't really ride much. This is kind of a shooting path here. We pretty much just use the quads now for hunting, dragging deer out in food plots and stuff. I don't really ride just for riding, but here's the tree that's down. And with the snare traps, you need a narrow point where they're going to walk through. So what I'm going to do is just take my saw and cut the easiest path that I can find, because an animal's going to take the easiest path that it can, especially a coyote. The only thing not perfect about this is this isn't a main road. It's just kind of a path through the woods. It's a secondary one, I guess. But other than that, this is a pretty perfect setup because this tree fell down on its own probably 1 or 2 months ago. So I'll clear this out and then I'll show you my setup. Alright, this is the walk up to my second set, which I think turned out really well. Especially at night, I don't think this is going to be too noticeable. Well, this is the brush pile we had before. I just made a path on this left-hand side. It's a path of least resistance. And I think I'm going to have to stain these traps, but you know, there's the snare. There's one little gap to go through. This doesn't look very inviting. This looks a little bit harder. Straight through there. That's what we're hoping for. See what happens tomorrow. Alright, this is set number 3. The ideal thing about this one is I know the coyotes walking this frequently. There's tracks a lot, and I see their waste very frequently on this path. And it's a big main road behind my parents' house, and that's what they like. They like to travel where it's easy. Just walk along and see if a rabbit or a mouse jumps, and they can try to pounce on it. It's just easier walking. Okay, so this is what the path looked like. Just a clear path. And then I added, well, you're about to see all this brush here to block it off. And I don't know if you can see on the left hand side here, my goal is for them to go right into there. But so this one here, this first one here, this kind of angles them that way. Hoping the deer will just maybe go through here, jump over that, and hoping the coyotes go over here. So I'll get this one set up. Let me walk in on it. Get the coyote view here. He's gonna head right through here. And I'll get it set up and show you what it looks like. Alright, this is the walk up to my third set. And I'm really happy with how this one turned out. So you're not going to want to walk through that. Don't really want to try to walk through there. So this is your last choice for the coyote. And there it is. Hopefully when it's dark they won't see that shiny cable. But I like this one a lot because it just laid the branches down, trimmed some stuff, and then I was able to hang my wire down. I didn't have to add a lot of stuff on the left and right here to really guide them through that hole. Hoping that like these sticks here and that stick and maybe even that cable will be enough to just center them up. And I think they are going to come from the other way tonight. Really hard to say, but I might add a little bit more right here. I'll check them tomorrow and I'll let you know. If you have any tips or suggestions for me on snaring, then please post them below. I would appreciate the help.